When it comes to buying gold, a lot of us, and that includes me as well, are absolutely clueless of what are the things that one should bear in mind before buying gold. And believe it or not, retailers can take massive advantage of the ignorance of people like you and me. So in this video, we are going to dissect each of the points that we should bear in mind if we are planning to buy gold. So let's start. Alright, so the first point is always buy hallmarked jewelry. When I say hallmarked, I mean that the purity of the gold should be assured by the Bureau of Indian Standards BIS. Now the reason for this is hallmarking is absolutely mandatory in 250 odd districts in India. And it is expected that in future this number is only going to go up as hallmarking becomes mandatory in newer towns and cities. So in future you might want to avoid complications with the regulatory authorities if in case you are holding the gold that is not hallmarked. Point number 2, when you are buying studded jewelry, which includes the stone as well, always remember that you should pay for the gold and for the stone separately. What do I mean by this? For example, if your jewelry weighs 100 grams and the stone in it is 10 grams, you should remember that you should only pay for 90 grams of gold and the 10 grams of stone should be paid separately. Retailers have a tendency to fool us by asking us to pay for the entire 100 grams of gold, which is not the case. So do bear in mind if you are planning to buy studded jewelry. Point number 3 is if you are planning to buy gold from banks, always remember that they are going to charge a premium out of that. So do compare the prices that the bank is charging you against the prices that your retailer is charging you and then make a call. Point number 4 is always inquire about the making charges of the jewelry. Remember that the making charges are over and above the cost of the jewelry that you are buying. So you might want to know that in advance only. Do remember to inquire about the return policy, the exchange policy, what are the deductions that you should expect in case you're planning to resell your jewelry back to the jeweler. And the final point, which is perhaps the most important point, is in case you're planning to buy digital gold, which seems to be the norm of the day, you should always buy from sellers that are registered with the Bureau of Indian Standards BIS. Now the reason that I'm telling that to you is there is no regulator in India at the moment for digital gold. For example, SEBI handles all the regulatory requirements of the Indian stock market. So they serve as the guardians of the Indian equity market and make sure that the entire financial system is airtight. But for digital gold right now, we do not have any regulator in India. So you should buy only from sellers that are registered with the Bureau of Indian Standards. Alright, so these are the 5 major points that you should bear in mind that we discussed today. 1. Always buy hallmark jewelry. 2. Pay for the price of the gold and for the price of the stone separately in case you're buying studded jewelry. 3. Avoid banks because they charge a premium while selling gold to you. 4. Inquire about the making charges, reselling charges, return policy, exchange policy, and the final one, always buy from legitimate sellers if you're buying digital gold. I hope you like the content of this video. Do subscribe to Finance Lens for more of such content, and I'll see you the next time.